How strong is Blast? The strongest S-class hero, a being who has been fighting the avatars of God for 20 whole years. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. I am terribly sorry, but we are not doing that. I can already feel the disappointment coming from all of y'all. I can already feel that. But I'm sorry, I am not going to make a video like that which barely gets any views. And even if it reaches 1,000 views, it happens over time, like a week or a month later. And I don't think it's worth making videos like that. But let's talk about Blast. We are going to power scale him. And let's see how strong he really is. He should vastly scale above Tatsumaki's deflecting of Saikorochi's beam. Yeah, I know that was a lot of mouthful, but just bear with me. Saikorochi's beam, depending on how fast it is, can be planetary to all the way to large planetary. And Blast should obviously scale above this, since fatigued Tatsumaki was able to deflect this and react to this. And a full power Tatsumaki will be a one shot above this, and Blast will be one shot above that. Obviously, he will be even stronger than one shot, but I'm just, keeping the scaling linear so we can understand how strong Blast really is. This is evident by the fact that Blast had a clash with Cosmic Garo, the same Cosmic Garo that was able to go toe to toe against a suppressed casual Saitama. I would also like to mention the fact that a recovered Tatsumaki was able to fight a suppressed Saitama as well. Obviously, she is nowhere near the same level as Cosmic Garo. Just a note that Saitama called her tough. He rarely calls people strong, tough, and fast. So yeah, I do want to mention that fact as well. To even further support this killing, in the retcon story, Empty Void absorbed the power from Garo that was given to him by God. And within that story, Blast was equally strong to Empty Void. Now, there is a problem. The form that Blast saw right after Empty Void absorbed Garo's power, Empty Void never used that. So we can't say that Blast scales completely to Cosmic Fear Garo because, he absorbed the initial version of Cosmic Garo that was equal to Suppressed Saitama. But you can also argue that that form was retconned and the form we saw was the final form of Empty Void, which scales to Cosmic Fear Garo, meaning Blast should be equal to Cosmic Fear Garo, the initial version of Garo who scales to suppress Saitama. This would make him large planetary to even dwarf star level. But before we continue, let's address some misconceptions. Misconception number one, Blast scales to the squared punch of Saitama and Garo. A lot of people uses two arguments to scale him there. Number one being that he was able to hold the entirety of that punch on his own for a brief seconds. And the other one being that he was at the center of the impact, meaning he tanked the force. But sadly, both of these are flawed arguments which I will be going over. The problem with the first argument is that he never tanked the force to begin with. All he did was teleport them out of Earth, as previously shown how even Cosmic Garo alone can overload his subspace gates, and just like that, the portal gateway was overloaded midway from going far away from the Earth. He even blatantly says this that his gates can't handle this much power and he can't get enough distance from the Earth. As for the being in the center part, which people cherry picks to say he tanked the force, is a really disingenuous argument, as before the impact could even reach Blast, his gateways burst open and he was already thrown back by just the pressure from the force. So no, he didn't tank the force of the punches. Now, the second argument that I see people use for Blast is that Blast is capable of holding the entire force of Serious Punch squared, which is false because he wasn't doing that. He used his subspace gates to hold it, and subspace gates do not scale to his attack potency at all. Matter of fact, previously Cosmic Garo was literally overloading them, and that Cosmic Garo was not even on Serious Saitama's level. So no, subspace gates do not count for his attack potency. Those are just gateways from point A to point B. There is nothing else. Now I know there are some gooners who just can't help themselves and will comment down below that those are not subspace gates, those are hyperspace gates. Which still doesn't make any difference. Even if they're hyperspace gates, those are still gateways from point A to point B. It's not a hyperspace itself, those are just a gateway to them. So even if I agree with that those are hyperspace gates, it still doesn't change the fact that Blast was doing that by the hyperspace gates and he doesn't scale to it. The misconception number two, that Blast is faster than both Saitama and Garo because he was able to react to them before they could, clash, which is also flawed, and let me explain. The biggest issue is that Blast previously was barely reacting to initial Cosmic Garo, who at that point was equal to a suppressed Saitama. There is also the fact that after Saitama unleashed his serious punch, Garo had enough time to react to Saitama's serious punch and also copy and throw his own serious punch, which implies now he's faster than serious Saitama, which even if we agree that makes no sense for Blast to be faster than Garo, who is faster than serious Saitama. It literally makes no sense. The only explanation that can explain this situation is Newton's third law of motion, which is if object A exerts a force on object B, then object B exerts an opposite force on object A. But I don't think that Murata was thinking about this law in that situation. Just that explains this outlier of a feat. Not that I don't think that Murata was actually thinking about all of this. So this matter is up to you guys. If you wanna use this meta, just be sure to, explain it really well. Otherwise, don't use it at all because I don't use it and it's an outlier feat, to be honest. But for his actual speed, he is obviously relative to Cosmic Garo, who is many times over faster than his monster form, which was able to create a constellation with Platinum S, who when accelerating should be faster than light and should be faster than Flashy Flash, who is blatantly stated to be speed of light. Meaning Blast should be in the faster than light plus range. There is also the fact that Blast has been fighting avatars of God for over 20 years, but we can't really tell how strong they are because we have never seen them aside from the Dimensional Beast, who are arguably as strong as Orochi, if not stronger. I said arguably, not literally, so don't expect me to believe that they are actually stronger than Orochi, because they have no feat that actually scales them above him. And just being called dimensional doesn't mean they automatically are higher dimensional or etc. That's not how scaling works. Now, you can also use Boros to upscale Blast, which he realistically doesn't even scale to Boros, but for the sake of the argument, you can say that he upscales from Boros, who scales to star level with his clustering star roaring cannon, and therefore will make Blast star level as well. So yeah, that's the highest scaling I can give Blast. Meaning, in conclusion, he scales to star level with faster than light plus speed. Realistically, dwarf star level with faster than light plus speed. So thanks for watching the video guys, and be sure to like and subscribe it so you can get more content like this.